Two condos, same street. One launching now, the other next year. And the land alone, set for the second one, costs 15% more. If you're watching this before July 2026, you're watching exactly the right time. But this isn't just a simple price comparison story. Dunearn House isn't just a condo. It is literally plot number one in one of the most ambitious government-backed urban transformations Singapore has ever seen in decades. A 176-hectare former race course that has URA plans into a full estate of 15 to 20,000 homes over the next 20 to 30 years. I'm going to show you the price data, the URA Master Plan, and the MRT catalyst coming in 2032, and why buyers who get in now could be sitting on the best entry point this precinct will ever offer. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer before we start. Prices that I'm sharing today are market estimates based on land cost analysis, not actual figures. Not financial advice. Always do your due diligence still. By the way, this is Leon Lynette, the real address, where we address everything and anything property in Singapore. And also, if you like this kind of content of the real Singapore property analysis, just hit the subscribe button, because a lot of what we discuss here comes directly from what we see on the ground, not just headlines, not just theory. Alright, let's get into it. So Dunearn House is a 380-unit development in District 11 Central Core region, specifically in the Swiss Club subzone of Bukit Timah. This is one of the most prestigious residential addresses. It's a joint venture between three serious developers. They are Fraser's Property, CSC Land Group, and Japan's Seikoshi House. The architect is On and On, the firm behind Jetscape and the Atelier. And the floor plan architect is Ecoplan Asia. The development comprises of 5 blocks, 2 rising 19 stories and 3 at 10 stories, making it potentially the tallest residential development between Yarwood Avenue and Stevens Road. Their height advantage is significant. Why? It means unblocked views across Bukit Timah plains from the upper floors, over the low-rise GCB enclave. Those views are protected. You can't build higher than the GCBs in the zone. Unit type ranges from 2-bedroom to 4-bedroom premium plus study. Sizes are from 530 to 1380 square feet. The breakdown is roughly 46% 2-bedders, 25% 3-bedders, and 29% 4-bedders. Now, let's talk about the land itself, because the numbers here are the more important context. The site area is 13491 square meters. That's about 145,000 square feet, with a plot ratio of 2.4. In plain English terms, that's a large land parcel that isn't developed to the absolute maximum. The result, 380 units across 5 blocks, with a room left over with proper landscape grounds, a pool, and communal facilities. For a CCR condo, their breathing space is rare. Preview is expected to be in July 2026, and this is the first non-landed residential launch in District 11 Swiss Club subzone in 33 years. Here's where it gets analytically interesting, and this is the part where I want you to pay close attention to. The Dunearn House site, which is a GLS plot number 1 in Turf City, was awarded to Fraser's, CSC, and CQC Consortium in June 2025 for 491.45 million. That works out to be 1410 per square foot per plot ratio. 9 developers competed for it. 9. That's not a lukewarm response. That's a hotly contested site. Now fast forward to May 2026. The second plot, in Turf City, right next door to Dunearn House, was just awarded to Wing Tai and Metro Holdings for 1625 PSF per plot ratio. That is a 15.3% more expensive on the land price alone. When you factor in the construction cost, developer margin, and the current market conditions, industry analysts estimate that the Wing Tai project will eventually launch around 2027, that's next year, could be priced around 3150 per square foot to 3300 per square foot. Dunearn House, by the way, is estimated to be launching around 2686 to 3070 per square foot. Don't quote me, this is just an estimate. That's a price gap of roughly 400 to 600 PSF for what between the 2 condominiums in the same precinct with the same long-term master plan story. The first buyers in Dunearn House is essentially buying before the neighbourhood price benchmark is being established. And just for a broader context, Watten House, a freehold development about 10 minutes away in District 11, is currently transacting between 3118 to 3386 per square foot. based on URA data for the last 12 months, with listed penthouse going up for 5,262 per square foot. Entry quantum there starts about roughly 5 million for 3-bedroom. Dunearn House 2-bedroom is estimated to start about 1.5 million. Very different products, but it gives you a sense of where Dunearn House sits in the district's pricing landscape. But here's the part where most people miss about Dunearn House. It's not just a condo, it's the opening move in one of the Singapore's biggest urban transformation since Punggol. The former Bukit Timah Turf City is a 176-hectare site. To give you a sense of scale, that's roughly 3 times the size of Bishan Park. Bishan Park we're talking about. It was home to Singapore's racecourse from 1933 until 1999, when Turf Club relocated to Kranji. The site has been largely zoned for residential use since 1998, but only to lease out for lifestyle use until the end of 2023. URA's Master Plan, gazetted in 2025 December, calls for 15,000 to 20,000 homes on this site, both public and private, developed progressively over the next 20 to 30 years. And this is historic. It will include the first public housing built in Bukit Timah in almost 40 years. This is not a small infill project. The government is building an entirely new estate from scratch, right in the heart of Singapore's most prestigious residential corridor. And Dunearn House is the very first private residential development in the estate. URA has carved out Turf City into 4 distinct neighbourhoods, each with its own character. First is the Racecourse neighbourhood. This will be a civic heart of the entire estate. It will be anchored by 2 iconic grandstands, the 1933 South Grandstand and the 1981 North Grandstand, and a new oval open space that echoes the geometry of the historic racetrack. Think large-scale sports facilities, retail, community spaces, all within 5 minutes of the future Turf City MRT station. This is where the energy of the precinct will concentrate. Second is the Stables Commune. This is where Dunearn House sits. Along Dunearn Road, former workers' quarters and stables are being repurposed into small-scale lifestyle offerings. URA says that this neighbourhood will take after the existing street character of Bukit Timah Road. Think boutique cafes, independent lifestyles, tree-lined streets. It's the quieter and more residential end of the estate. Third is the Saddles Club Nose, defined by the undulating terrain and its surrounding forests. The former Bukit Timah Saddle Club now becomes a lifestyle node, while Old Fairways quarters could host family-friendly activities. And the fourth is Tinggi Hills, on a former golf course site, offering hilltop views and surrounding greeneries, the most private and nature-forward among all the 4 neighbourhoods. Across the entire estate, 27 buildings and structures, including both grandstands, are being studied for conservation and repurposing. The heritage character of the site is being preserved, not demolished. Now, here's the investment thesis in its simplest form. URA Draft Master Plan 2025 outlines that there is more than 20 residential plots to be released in Turf City, plus 3 white sites, one of which will be connected directly to the future Turf City MRT station. So far, there's only 2 GLS plots have been sold. Dunearn House is the plot number 1, bought at 1410 PSF per plot ratio. Plot number 2, Wing Tai, which has already gone for 15.3% more at 1625 PSF per plot ratio, even if their 15% step-up pattern holds, even partially for subsequent plots. Every new GLS sale will reset the price floor higher. The developers buying later will have to pay more and more for their land, and they will price their units accordingly. The buyers who got in at Dunearn House are the ones who bought the land's cost benchmark before it was established. Every subsequent launch in this precinct for the next 2 to 3 decades will be compared against what Dunearn House was being priced at, and almost certainly priced higher. And this is a structural first mover advantage, baked into the economics of how GLS land sales works. Then, there's the MRT wildcard, and this is the one that could move prices meaningfully when it happens. The Turf City Cross Island Line MRT station is currently under construction. Ground broke in Q3 2024. The target opening is 2032. Right now, the nearest MRT is 6th Avenue on the downtown line. which is already a 4-minute walk from Dunearn House. That's good connectivity. But when the Turf City CRL station opens up in 2032, residents will have direct access to 2 MRT lines without needing to change trains. The Cross Island Line is significant because of where it goes. It connects directly to One North, Clementi, Jurong Lake District in the west, and the east towards Pasir Ris and Changi. That means that Dunearn House residents will be able to reach Singapore's key employment nodes, the CBD, One North, Jurong, without any interchanges. Now here's the thing, Dunearn House is estimated to TOP around 2030. This means that buyers will be living their homes settled into the precinct. When the MRT catalyst hits 2 years later in 2032, they don't have to wait for the MRT before moving in. They move in, enjoy the existing downtown line connectivity, and then get the Cross Island Line as an upgrade later. Historically in Singapore, the opening of a new MRT line has a measurable positive effect on surrounding property values. Buyers at Dunearn House will be able to benefit from that uplift. The location story is strong, and for a significant segment of Dunearn House's target buyer, family with school-aged children. Within 1 to 2 km, we have Henry Park, Nanyang, Pei Hwa Presbyterian, and Raffles Girls Primary School. Other notable schools nearby, Hwa Chong Institute and NJC. That's an extraordinary concentration of top-tier schools in one corridor. For international families, the Swiss School, Chatsworth International, Hwa Chong International, ACS International, and Holland International Schools are all close by. Singapore has no shortage of expat families who are specifically target the Bukit Timah corridor for school proximity, and Dunearn House sits squarely within it. Beyond schools, 6th Avenue MRT is 4 minutes on foot. Orchard Road is 6 MRT stops away. One Holland Village is a 10-minute drive away. Dempsey Hills is a 12-minute drive. Serene Centre is a 9-minute cycle by bike. The Pan Island Expressway is 3 minutes by car. For daily needs, Guthrie House and Dunearn Village are all close by. For dining and recreation, Dempsey Hill. For weekends, the Bukit Timah Nature Trails, the Rail Corridor, and the Botanical Gardens. And there is a specific urban planning concept URA is applying here, the 10-minute neighbourhood. This goal is for all essential amenities, shops, community facilities, parks, schools, to be all within 10-minute walk clustered around the MRT station. As thesis builds out, Dunearn House residents will progressively see this materialize. Let me put this together into one clear picture of how Dunearn House specifically benefits from the Turf City transformation story over time. Number 1. Lowest land cost in the precinct. At 1,410 PSF per plot ratio, Dunearn House was bought before the price benchmark was set. Every future GLS plot in Turf City will most likely cost more, meaning that every competing condo will be priced higher. Your entry point was the floor. Number 2. The precinct's amenities will grow around you after you have bought. The grandstand become a lifestyle hub. New retail, sports facilities, community nodes, and parks all under development. The neighbourhood gets better over the years you are living there, not before you buy, which is the typical situation. Number 3. Double MRT by 2032. Downtown line at 6th Avenue now, plus Cross Island Line at the Turf City MRT opening in 2032. Cross Island Line connects Jurong to Clementi to One North, Singapore's key growth employment nodes, all without a transfer. That's a meaningful connectivity upgrade. Number 4. Heritage and green buffers are legally protected. URA has committed to retaining the Bukit Tinggi Forest and Eng Avenue Forest, linked by a 100-meter wide ecological corridor. The large greenery you see from Dunearn House upper floor isn't a sales pitch. It is protected by planning law. 5. HDB supply adds catchment, not just competition. The first BTO in Bukit Timah in 40 years will bring a new generation of residents into the area. Over time, as those residents look to upgrade, private condos in the precinct like Dunearn House stand to benefit from the increased local demand. Now, for the part that I always make sure to include, because I don't want to just hype up a launch. I want to give you a complete picture. It's a 99-year leasehold, not freehold. The lease commences on the 30th of September 2025. If you want to compare to Dunearn House nearby, which is a freehold transacting around 3.1 to 3.4 PSF for completed units, you are making a conscious leasehold trade-off. Freehold in Bukit Timah commands a premium for a reason. It is a scarce, permanent asset. Dunearn House buyers are in fact buying into a long leasehold into a transforming precinct versus a freehold that's already in a mature one. The entry quantum is still substantial. Estimated pricing suggests the 2-bedroom will start maybe around 1.4 to 1.6 million, and the 3-bedroom are likely to be in the 2.5 to $3 million range. 4 bedrooms could approach the 3.5 to 4 million or more. This is not a mass market product. ABSD still applies to the second and subsequent properties, which is a real cost that buyers need to model carefully. Official prices has not been confirmed yet. Everything I shared with you is based on land cost analysis and market estimates. The actual price list drops at preview in July 2026. Do not make any financial decision based on estimate. Wait for the official numbers and work out with your realtor on the construction timeline. Like all new launches in Singapore, you are buying off plan. Estimated TOP is 2030, which means a holding period of approximately 4 years before you can occupy or rent out the unit. And finally, the third city transformation is a 20 to 30 year story. The full benefits of the master plan, the amenities, the completed neighbourhood, the mature estates will materialize gradually over decades. If your investment horizons is 3 to 5 years, you may not capture the full transformation upside. So let's bring this home. Who is Dunearn House actually for? For families with school-going children. If school proximity in Singapore's top education belt is a priority, and if you want a brand new CCR condo priced below $3,000 per square foot, Dunearn House is one of the very few options available right now. For investors with a long view, if you believe in Singapore's CCR residential market, in the government-backed urban transformation story, and in the Cross Island Line's long-term impact on the Bukit Timah connectivity, Dunearn House offers first-mover pricing in a precinct that has 20 to 30 years of progressive development ahead of it for buyers looking at the Bukit Timah corridor broadly. And if you have been watching Dunearn House at $5 million entry, or looking into freehold developments nearby or finding out quantum out of reach, Dunearn House offers a legitimate freehold alternative at a meaningful lower price point in the same general location. Who should probably look elsewhere? Buyers who need the freehold tenure. Buyers who prioritize being a fully built-up mature estates rather than the developing ones. Or buyers who need capital gains within a short-term period of 3 to 5 years before the precinct transformation has time to play it out. The thesis in one sentence: you're buying plot number 1 in the transformation precinct at the lowest land cost this precinct will ever have. With 20 plus more GLS plots to come, each one will set a higher benchmark than the last. Preview is estimated to be July 2026. Drop a comment if you want me to do a full breakdown the moment the official price list drops. I will go by unit type, stack by stack, and I can give you a complete analysis. And if you are thinking of Dunearn House or any property within the Bukit Timah corridor, drop us a DM or hit the link in our bio. Lynette and me are happy to walk you through the numbers. And here's how we do it. We have what we call the A.D.D.R.E.S.S framework. It is the exact same process we use with every single client we sit down with. A is for the announcement phase opportunities, because timing your entry around the right phase matters more than most people realize. The 2Ds covers demand side, push factors, and developer land clause and pricing logic, which is exactly what we have been going through in the video today. R is real supply versus real demand, not just the headline numbers, the actual data itself. E is the entry at cycle low, exit at the peak. And the 2 S's, supply pipeline in the context, and most importantly, structuring your move, covering every ABSD to TDSR to a personal financial planning. This is not a sales pitch. It is a structured way of making sure every angle is covered before you make one of the biggest financial decisions of your life. If that sounds like what you need, the link is in our bio. If this video was useful, subscribe so that you won't miss that follow-up. And if you know someone watching in the Bukit Timah market, share this with them. It might be the most important condo story of the second half of 2026. See you in the next one. Bye.